Hello guys, welcome back to another real test video. So I'm talking to you because we're not allowed to record audio, so I'm just going to talk you through what's happening in the test. So right now they've just moved off and going nice and slowly through the car park, making sure they don't get in the way of any other cars, pedestrians, keeping it nice and slow. So he's doing about 7 miles an hour, which is okay, and he's going to position himself a bit to the left, because this is a two-way section here, and you have to be really careful here because cars will come in and out. Sometimes they'll be reversing. Then as you get to the end here, there's a mirror on that tree just ahead, pointing towards the gate so that you can see any cars that are coming in as well, or any pedestrians. So like see that white car, he would have seen it in the mirror first, so now it should be stopping. Really, let that car come through, and now the car's come through. He's going to go around towards the right, so that bit is tricky sometimes. And the examiner's told him to turn right at the end of the road now, coming out the car park. So he needs to position himself to the left and then turn right, because this is a two-way section. A lot of people make the mistake here of positioning themselves too far right, and then if a car can't come into the car park, they will get a serious fault for that. But luckily, I think the car in front is doing okay. There could have been a bit more left actually to give space for any cars coming in. So we'll see how our learner does once he gets the chance to go forward. So you notice the learner in front is taking a long time because this junction is really tricky to turn right from. Do not rush whatever you do. A lot of people fail here because they rush too much. Just take your time. When you get a space, then you move. So you see he's still waiting, keeping patient, and he's left a nice gap between him and the car in front, which is really good. And this bit can be quite stressful because you'd be thinking, I'm here for so long, I need to move. But if there's lots of traffic, you have to be really strong and stay there until it's clear. Sometimes if it takes really long, the examiner will help you. I've seen them help people here where they'll tell them to, okay, I'll advise you to go in the middle. Even if there's a car coming that's quite far away, they'll still advise them to go in the middle, and then they can carry on. That's only if they say that you should do that. If they don't say that, you should just stay where you are until you can see that it's clear. Otherwise, you risk getting a serious fault for observation at junction. Okay, so the car in front is gone. So now our learner should go a little bit left as they go forward, and making sure they don't go too far to the right. They position themselves okay. We can't really see the sides here, unfortunately, but we just have to kind of hope that he's going to do alright here, because we know that he didn't get any faults on this section here. So he's going to be waiting, and then when he turns, we know it's going to be clear because he didn't get any faults here. So let's just see how long it takes for him to come out. So you see he was going to come out there, but then he stopped, because sometimes you might think you've got a gap, but then you see that there's something else coming down. Sometimes it's not too late to stop the car. I think he's made the decision to go, and he's off. So that's probably one of the hardest bits coming out of the test center there. But now it's should get a bit easier now, going to this roundabout where some people miss it, but it's going straight ahead, nice and easy. And sometimes there's lots of traffic on that roundabout turning right in front of you, and if you're not careful, you don't see their signals, that could cause a problem. So at this point, probably nerves are still kind of high, tension is still kind of high, still a bit nervous from the start of the test. And then here the examiner would have told them that the road is going to split into two, and they want them to follow it towards the left, which they would do. So it's going to be going towards the left, and you can see there's a stop sign there. A lot of people fail here as well because they actually don't stop. They go through it really slowly, but our learner luckily has come to a full stop. We practiced this quite a lot. He would have checked the right, and then he would have gone forward, but unfortunately he didn't see that lady. He wasn't paying attention to that lady that was walking towards the crossing, and he stopped a bit too late. So he stopped like halfway across the crossing, and the lady had to go around him. So that's when he got his first serious fault. So now the examiner will be trying to think of a way to go back to the test center, because since COVID, when you fail, when you get a serious fault, the examiner will cut the test short by turning around. So that's why this is quite a short test. then going through here, the speed limit is going to change to 20, so our learner will be looking for that and reducing his speed a bit. So right now he's doing about 21, but then he's going to see the 20 sign and go a little bit slower. So you could still go 20 because it's, you know, it is still below 20. And the examiner would have told him to take the next road on the left, just so they could start making their way back towards the test center. But keep watching, because he does make another mistake, which I'll talk you through. But now it's just a matter of going back towards the test center. But unfortunately, he does make another mistake, a serious one. So keep watching, and I'll talk you through that one as well. So even if he hadn't made that mistake, sometimes they do come this way as well. They would go straight down, sometimes do maneuvers there, and then go back towards the main road, towards the roundabouts. So all around here, you could end up on your test if you choose a Mill Hill Test Center. So it was a nice clear day, not too much traffic about actually, but maybe I think the nerves got the better of him. Making sure he's checking both sides of that junction there before coming out. Nice and clear. So these roads can be quite narrow, but there's not too many cars parked, so it's not too difficult in that sense. Okay, getting to the end of the road, and we're going to be turning right at the end here. So you notice there's a lot of learners around here because people come here to practice. There's Mill Hill Test Center just down the road where we just came out of, and then there's also Hendon further down the road, like 2 minutes down the road. So you're going to see a lot of learners down here. So if you do come here for your test, be prepared for that and give them a bit of time if they're doing, like, you know, junctions and they're a bit slow. So just be patient and be ready to come across a lot of learners. Okay, back to the main road now. It's back to 30 miles an hour, so he's going to start picking up his speed a bit more. But coming up to a bend, you don't really want to go too fast through here, so he's going to go a bit slower. And it's starting to get busy over there with a bus and more cars parked onto a bend as well. And here the examiner told him that at the next roundabout we're going to be turning right, so he already knows turning right, so he should be thinking about positioning, especially here. There's 2 lanes as you approach the roundabout. So like now you should be positioning all the way to the right and signaling right, but you see he's crept a bit towards the left there. He's not really fully in the lane properly. It's not terrible, but it could be a bit more on the right, like the white car is behind, the way they've positioned. I'm not sure what's happening on the right here, so I'm not sure if it's hesitation or not, but here is where he makes another mistake. See how wide it goes? And the reason was he said he wants to go around the roundabout properly, but you don't need to go that wide, especially if you're going to swing out so much that you're going to potentially force other vehicles to move out the way or slow down because of where you are. Yeah, that's where you got another serious there for steering, because you went way too far to the left, and needlessly so, because he didn't need to go that far left, because he's just gone a bit around and on his way. So now back towards the test center. He didn't get any fault for here, but a lot of people make the mistake here of not noticing this roundabout. They'll go straight through without checking their right or slowing down at all, and then they'll get a fault there. So be careful, make sure you look at all the signs. And then now we're going back into the test center. Got a police car that went past there. I didn't hear it because obviously the sound is off, but I think that's why he slowed down a bit earlier, and then he's going to make his turn. Now going back into the test center, you got to be careful of any cars coming out as well. Then you have to use that mirror again, the one that's on just next to that tree over there, to check for any cars that are coming from the left side over there. And if there aren't any, you make your turn and you carry on going through. And there I am on the on the right. Give me a little wave. Then we carry on. So now this is just a matter of taking it really easy in here, going slowly. And sometimes they'll get you to do a forward bay park in this section here, so go slowly. And if they do tell you to do a forward bay park, choose one that's nice and empty with no cars near it, and then make a turn in there, and then continue the rest of your test by going towards the car park here. And even here you still have to be careful. Remember, the test is not over. Well, it's kind of over for our candidate now, but if you're if you have you been okay in the past, or you haven't failed on the route, you still have to be really careful here, because people have made mistakes here. Sometimes people don't brake when they go in towards the fence, or they've missed a pedestrian or another car that's coming out. So stay focused all the way until they've told you to turn the engine off. So now it's just a matter of parking up and securing the car, and that was it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.